Hi everyone, and welcome to what is hopefully going to be a very short and very quick TBR for the Booktubeathon 2016. Although it is more of an MBR, it's more of a might be read, as I'm going to have quite a busy week during the Booktubeathon. If you somehow don't already know, the Booktubeathon is a readathon hosted by Ariel Bizet, and I will leave all of the relevant links down in the description, and it is running from the 18th to the 24th of July. I'm going to be away for the vast majority of the Booktubeathon. I'm only going to be at home on the Monday, and then I am going to London on the Tuesday, and then I'm going from London to Devon on the Friday. I'm obviously going to be very, very busy when I'm in London, especially since we're going to go see The Cursed Child. Very excited about that. But while I'm going to be very, very busy, I also have a lot of commuting to do while I'm travelling and while I'm in London. The first challenge this year for the Booktubeathon is to read a book with yellow on the cover. Originally I was going to go for Nina Is Not Okay by Shappi Khorsandi, but I have got a little bit behind in my reading, so I am going to read Fates and Furies by Lauren Groff. And there's a very nice bit of yellow there on the cover. As far as I know, this book is about what kind of happens behind closed doors in a marriage, and it was Barack Obama's book of the year, so do you really need much more recommendation than that? The next challenge is to read a book after sunset, and I think I'm going to manage this one relatively easily. After I come out of The Cursed Child, I have an hour commute to where I'm staying in Cambridge, so hopefully I should be able to get a big chunk of the reading for this challenge done on that commute. I do also tend to do a lot of my reading at night anyway. Depending on how I get on with my reading this weekend, I am either going to be reading Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard or Glass Sword by Victoria Aveyard. I don't know a huge amount about this series other than I have been meaning to get to it for such a long time. Although I have heard very mixed thoughts on it recently, so fingers crossed I do enjoy it. Next up is to read a book which you discovered through Booktube, and I had so many options for this. I had a big long list of ones I wanted to pick, but I did need to take size into consideration, so I have gone for The Smell of Other People's Houses by Bonnie Sue Hitchcock. I think this is about 4 teenagers and it's set in Alaska in the 1970s, and I have seen it floating around on so many people's booktube channels. So yeah, I am very excited to fly through that one. Next up is to read a book by one of your favourite authors, and again, I had so many options for this one, but I have decided to go for The Heart Goes Last by Margaret Atwood. I don't know if I've read enough Margaret Atwood to call her one of my favourite authors, but everything I've read by her, I have loved, and as a person, I think she's fantastic. So I'm certain the more I read of her work, the more I'm gonna love her. I actually started reading The Heart Goes Last quite a while ago, and I've put it to the side. I wasn't in like the right place to be reading it. This is quite a dystopian kind of novel, and I am hoping to reread everything that I've already read from it. I think I read about 50% of it, and then truck on through to the end. The next couple of challenges is where it gets kind of messy for me, because I'm not sure what I'm going to have time to squeeze in. If all goes to plan for the next challenge, which is to read a book older than you, I will be reading Northanger Abbey by Jane Austen. I only need a book that is older than 20 years old. But I thought I would use this challenge as inspiration for me to get some more Jane Austen read. The next challenge is a really, really great sounding one. It is to read and watch a book to movie adaptation, but this is the one I'm least confident in getting done. I'm just not sure if I'm going to have the time to squeeze in a film. But if all does go to plan, I will be reading Stardust by Neil Gaiman and watching the film adaptation of that. If I don't think I'm going to manage to get that done, I may swap Northanger Abbey for that challenge and try and find a Northanger Abbey film. And then for the challenge to read something older than you, because I don't want to double up on challenges, I will read one of these two very short books, either Rainer Maria Rilke's Letters to a Young Poet or Other Lovers, a poetry collection by Jackie Kay. And if I am really, really running out of time, I will reread Macbeth and watch the 2015 film adaptation, because I really do want to watch that film adaptation. So I do have like an ideal TBR in my head, but if things don't go to plan, I've got some backup. The final challenge is to read 7 books, and I do want to try get this done, hence why I have some backup books that are very, very short. If this gets uploaded when it's supposed to, the Booktubeathon will be starting tomorrow, so I wish you all the best of luck. I have really enjoyed watching everyone's TBRs. I feel like I'm the last person to upload one. Unfortunately, I probably won't be able to take part in any of the video challenges because I am so busy and travelling so much during the week. But yeah, I wish you all the best of luck with the Booktubeathon 2016.